This is a very dangerous pursuit. Look at this guy right here. Oh! Almost an accident right there as he turned in front of a car. That's what I'm talking about when I say dangerous. We are in Glendale. This is a stolen vehicle. The person is also wanted for assault. Yes, is that right?
Assault with a deadly weapon.
Assault with a deadly weapon. All right, so thank you for joining us here. I'm going to try to call up our Facebook page so I can respond to your thoughts. That's what we do here at Fox 11. We try to engage with you as we cover these stories in Los Angeles. So let me try to pull this up here. There we go. Thank you. All right, so look at the way this guy, I'm going to say guy because we don't know if it's a male or a female at this point in time, look at the way he's driving on surface streets. Very scary, as you might think there could be pedestrians out at this time of night with this gorgeous weather. That is what scares me the most. All right, joining me now also Alex Michelson, my co-anchor. Alex?
Hi, Christine. I was just working on something else, so why don't you catch me up and catch everybody up that may just be tuning in like me.
Actually, this was reversal, right? Because you caught me up on the last pursuit. All right, we're in Glendale, stolen car, also wanted for assault with a deadly weapon here. Look at the way he's driving, though. It's been a dangerous pursuit when you think of situations like this. He's doing what he's going to do to get around cars. Almost had an accident as he turned left.
Hit a pedestrian.
Wow.
Oh, okay, and our web team telling us almost hit a pedestrian. So basically, this is what we're looking at here. Obviously willing to cross those yellow lines. He almost got hit by another car as he was making a left turn and coming up on these other cars very quickly. Jose says, can't say suspect. Well, I think we can say suspect, right? He's suspected of stealing this car.
He's clearly a suspect. Whether he's whether he did it or not, he's certainly viewed as a suspect right now. So are we in tracking mode? Is that what's happening now? Are we not seeing cops right behind him? Look at the speeds there.
Yeah, that's a question. Hey guys, can you tell if it's tracking mode or actual pursuit? Given this tight shot here, it's hard to see.
No, it's a pursuit. They haven't told us that they've pulled back.
Yeah, we from this particular shot, it's hard to see a lot of cops immediately behind him, but that doesn't mean that they're not following closer behind. Clearly driving dangerously.
Yeah, as Julio says, reckless. It is reckless. It's scary too, because we've seen pursuits that end very badly for innocent motorists, innocent people. I'm thinking, there you go. There's a pedestrian right there. I'm thinking if that were in our neighborhood here in West LA, there'd be people out walking their dogs right now. There'd be people out strolling, riding bicycles, and that's what scares me when you're on these more narrow streets.
Yeah, and Glendale is a beautiful community. I worked in Glendale for 7 years and I'm very familiar with these areas. He's not far from the Americana at Brand, which is a well-known shopping center, Caruso property, where he is right now. Near several of the Glendale Galleria is not far from where this guy's traveling right now. And there are a lot of people that are out that live in this community. Of course, the biggest Armenian community outside of Armenia resides in Glendale, and many.
They're now in tracking mode.
That's what it certainly appeared to be, tracking mode. So they are in tracking mode, which that is indication that sometimes when somebody is, and that was the intersection of Central, a driver is driving so recklessly that the police deem it that it would be more dangerous for them to follow behind with 15 cars, that they view it as safer for the public to follow behind with the helicopter. So in addition to our chopper following, there are also choppers above from law enforcement that are following, and they frankly use our choppers for help.
Those brakes to try to squeeze through that gap there. Wow.
This guy clearly doesn't know that they're in tracking mode.
So
wow, and now going the wrong way.
For joining us in on this coverage of this pursuit in Glendale. I think, Joe, you're talking about that the police are maintaining a distance because of safety for people and innocent motorists. That's absolutely the case.
Nick, this is in Los Angeles County. We are in Glendale. in Los Angeles County, driving around the streets very, very quickly.
So it looks like there's just one person in that vehicle. We have zero information right now on the driver or where exactly. Do we know where this started, guys? Did it start in Glendale?
I want to say it started near Gusset.
Watch out. Uh-oh. Look at all these lanes.
Started near Glisdell Park? Okay.
Nearby the New York Life building, there's a lot of tall buildings in this area. Now a U-turn going the other direction by a business park.
So Liz says this person is crazy. They're definitely doing what they can to get away. Obviously, they're well aware that a helicopter is overhead because police, if they've backed off, they're tracking this. There's not a police presence behind them. You can see right there in that wide shot, there are no police cars with their lights and sirens. And there he is.
Yeah.
The idea is that he would bring
it's harder for our... Whoa!
And that's something we've seen a couple times.
Now going by a fire, an ambulance that clearly looked like it was called for something else. Going over these speed bumps quickly. That'll be interesting to see what happens with that. And now turning onto another street. There's a lot of tall buildings around here, which makes it more challenging. And it's more challenging for our helicopter pilots when they are in tracking mode, because they basically have to do all of the tracking. When you've got all those cop cars behind, it's easier to spot the cars. Sometimes in tracking modes, sometimes the TV cameras can lose the cars as well.
Yeah. Sam makes a funny comment. Does the driver know we're not in sweeps? The funny thing
that is an inside baseball comment.
Yeah, you know the news business well. Problem is, sweeps are pretty much every day for us in this day and age, and also pursuits are every day in this day and age.
Sweeps, for people that may not know, is the months that are usually viewed as times where you track the ratings, which set advertising rates, which is why a lot of the best TV programming airs in February, May, and November. Okay, there's our TV news business lesson for the night. Let's get back to the pursuit. Driver going over speed bumps very quickly in this neighborhood.
Yellow lines.
I mean, the amount of violations just right through a stop sign there.
You just pray there are no pedestrians. There's nobody walking.
Yeah, watch out. Here we go.
Yeah.
No regard for lights. No regard for. Are we going into? Whoa! Onto a sidewalk. Whoa! Here comes another car.
Olivia, you're right. Pursuits are the norm in California. We certainly have our fair share of them. This one, though, that move he just made, you don't see that every day. This guy, boy, he has no regard for anyone else.
Yeah, oftentimes in pursuits, they will sort of, just Glen Oaks was the street that they just passed by. They sometimes follow pretty much traffic rules, but that is not what we're seeing, obviously, other than being pursued. We're not seeing here. This guy is driving very, very wildly. We just lost our signal for a second. Now it's back. Did we lose the car? Is he there in the gas station?
Oh,
Look
wow.
here he is pulling into a gas station. What's about to happen here? We're at a United Oil. Is he getting out?
Police would obviously wish that he would bring this to an end peacefully. Oh, he is
Getting out? What does he have to go to the bathroom?
Is he going to run?
What does he have there? He's got something.
He's trying to walk away and blend in with what?
What does he have in? Is a bag of new clothes? What's in that
backpack? Okay.
Oh no!
I hope everyone's going to be okay in these other vehicles here. That's a little scary.
Where is he going? So now is he going to try to hide? So the car's left there. Is he going to get in another car?
No, he's just kind of wandering down the.
He's just got a backpack.
Going to try to.
Going to get on the bus? What is he doing? Whoa!
He's making a run for it.
This is dangerous for people in this community, because this is where somebody could break into somebody's home or try to go into an apartment complex. You wonder if he's familiar with the Glendale community. Oftentimes, pursuit drivers will drive around the communities that they know. Now just driving down the street, you wonder where the cops are now. they were in tracking mode, but this would be the time you would think that cops would converge on this area.
Yeah, if anybody's watching this...
So now he's going to... Where's he trying to hide in the bushes?
Well, he's got to sense that helicopter overhead, so he goes in an area...
Uh-oh, now he's going into somebody's backyard. It looks like maybe an apartment complex, and now he's running?
It's hard to tell...
You also wonder what's in the backpack.
Yeah.
And what's in his hands.
Hard to tell if law enforcement is anywhere close when it comes to being on the ground there. Definitely, we have this picture overhead. You kind of wonder how far he can go.
Is he holding something in his hands? That's one of the first things that officers will think about. We're on Verdugo Road, and what's the intersection? Verdugo Road in Glendale, clearly, yeah. Okay, so now...
Okay.
Oh, here comes the cop.
Okay, he's complying. He's complying.
And now he's on the ground. That sight of that gun quickly went down to the ground.
Well, this is the way you want these to end, peacefully, nobody hurt, the suspect complying. You have that one officer there who's going to probably keep him there until he gets some backup, is my guess.
Wow, he went down quickly. It didn't look like there was any discharge, any tase or anything like that. It just looked like he knew what was coming. So now, back up.
Okay, so this officer moving in to put the handcuffs on him. All right, so once he saw those officers, he complied. Well, Bridget, I think he was not necessarily strolling along, but trying to get away.
So the good news is it appears to be, now they're checking to see what's in that backpack, which is what we were all wondering as well, trying to look if there was any weapons in there. They're pulling different stuff out of there. I wonder if you're going to see any drugs. You have to wonder the mindset of somebody that was driving like that, so wildly, so without disregard for people's lives nearby.
Venus says, and that's how you do it. I think, this is the way we'd like to see them all come to an end, where the driver pulls over safely, and they were able to bring him into custody here.
Well, that was quite a dramatic moment at the end, when as soon as he saw that gun pointed right at him, he went down quickly.
Well, the big fear was he going to go into somebody's home? Was he going to try to get into somebody else's car? I mean, he didn't make any moves that way, so this is a good thing.
And the big question was, did he have a gun in that backpack too? The good news is he's now in custody. This pursuit is over. As far as we could tell, nobody was injured, right?
Close calls.
Yeah.
Some close calls with some cars when he was making some turns.
And that is the question, Rose. Why did he get out of the car?
I'm just glad he did get out of the car.
Yeah.
How about that?
It turned out to be good for everybody around. So that is a look at what happened here. We thank you for tuning in for Facebook Live. We hope there aren't any more pursuits between now and the 10 o'clock news, but you never know. When they do happen, you can look for them right here on our Fox 11 Facebook page. Christine and I will be back for our 10 o'clock news tonight.
And that's where that car was abandoned, right there at that gas station.
And there it is.
Police investigating that one. Remember, that was a stolen car.
Yeah, and United Oil, and they will make sure that there's nobody else in that car. But as far as we can tell, there aren't. So, thank you so much for joining us tonight.